Ladies, are you tired of always feeling bloated, frustrated with your stubborn belly fat, and wondering if PCOS will forever control your life? I get it, especially as Asian women, we're constantly taught just to eat less rice, do more cardio, move more, and just to take our meds. But no one ever addresses the real reason why your body is holding on to stubborn body fat and what you can do about it. And it almost just feels like everyone is throwing you a quick fix, a plaster over the wound, right? Rather than actually teaching you how can you manage your PCOS, how can you manage it so that it no longer controls your life and your body, and so that you can actually get in shape, tone up, feel confident in your body whilst being diagnosed with PCOS. And I get it if it feels like sometimes there is like just no way out, you feel like you've done everything, you've gone to the doctors, you've seen so many different people, and it just feels like you're at a dead end. In this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teach you how you can actually manage your PCOS, how you can tone up, feel more energized, feel more confident in your own body, and how to do so in a way that is sustainable, that is effective long-term, and that does not require you to burn yourself out, to eat even less, to do more cardio, and to essentially do everything that upsets your body. Now, what I'll do at the end is I'll also break down the 3-step strategy that we use with all of our PCOS girlies to help them get in their best shape and to really reclaim their health again. Now, let's start with the truth. PCOS belly fat is hormonal. It's not just driven by eating too much, but it's driven by insulin resistance, cortisol, and inflammation. Now, if we add in cultural pressure, low muscle mass, higher body fat percentages as Asian women, and also just being taught to eat tinier portions of our white rice and our veggies, no wonder managing your PCOS becomes so difficult. Now look, PCOS firstly is not your fault, right? But it is in your ability to control it, and I would say it is your responsibility to control it, because at the end of the day, this comes down to your own health, your own confidence, and your own life quality. And to actually take control over it, to take responsibility over it, it comes down to firstly, understanding how your body works and how it works differently from someone who doesn't have PCOS. So here are some tips to help you. Number one, you want to be making sure that you are balancing your blood sugars. This is so important. Before you think about fat loss or toning up, you need to be thinking about how can I manage my blood sugar and stabilize it. Now, insulin resistance is so common in Asian girls with PCOS. Even if you're slim, even if you are not diabetic or pre-diabetic, that is something that you have to understand here. There is this big misconception that you have no problem with insulin resistance or blood sugar management if you do not have diabetes or if you are not overweight, and that couldn't be further from the truth. If you have PCOS, managing your blood sugar is so important, and here are a few things that can help you do so. Firstly, it comes from the start of your day. Make sure with your breakfast that you are ditching the sugary breakfast. Now, I used to be such a sweet tooth girly. I would start my day with something sweet, and what would happen is I would constantly have sugar cravings throughout the day. I would be always thinking about having something sweet after every single meal, and I would have these energy and sugar crashes. And the reason for that is because when you have something sweet at the start of your day, you are spiking your blood sugars instantly. And when it spikes, it's gonna come back and crash downwards. So instead, what I did and what I would recommend is to switch to a savory breakfast, a high protein savory breakfast where you're at least getting 30 grams of protein in. Now, quick one, girls, if you only have 2 eggs in your breakfast, that is not near enough protein. The second thing that I would recommend, it's something I tell all my clients, it's something I personally do as well, is to go for a quick digestion walk after every single meal. Now, this does not have to be hours. It could literally just be 5 to 10 minutes to help you stabilize your blood sugars, to aid your digestion. And finally, what I would do is I would minimize refined carbs. This looks like white bread and sugary sweets and snacks. And what I would do instead is I would opt for complex carbs such as sweet potato, quinoa, or brown rice. Now, there's nothing wrong with having white rice, okay? There's nothing wrong with having some snacks, but when we're speaking from a blood sugar management standpoint, these are simple tips that can help you manage your blood sugars better. Now, a bonus tip is you can also have a shot of apple cider vinegar or some green tea before your meals. That's also going to help you manage your blood sugars. Now, the second tip is focus on weight training, okay? So if you are currently doing HIIT, cardio, or maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum and you're only doing yoga and Pilates, weight training is going to change the game for you. Now, the reason this is especially important for PCO girlies is because when you start weight training, you are able to actually improve your insulin sensitivity. And also when you start weight training, that builds on lean muscle mass, which is important to help you boost your metabolism, and it's super important as well for you to be able to lose that stubborn belly fat or body fat, and also to tone up. Now, something to note is that you don't have to train like a bodybuilder, right? When I talk about weight training, it's not now you have to commit yourself to the gym 5 times a week, but train in a way that it's optimizing for you to build muscle in a way that actually supports your lifestyle. Focus on compound movements such as the squatting movement, the hip thrusts, deadlifts, shoulder presses, barbell rows. All those compound movements are so amazing for you to build on that muscle to help you boost your metabolism and help you to improve your insulin sensitivity. Again, especially if you have PCOS. Now, tip number 3 is to stop starving yourself, okay? Now, I know this may feel uncomfortable if you have been told your whole life that if you are wanting to lose more body fat, just eat less. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of Asian girls with PCOS making is just simply underfueling their bodies. The eat less, move more advice is actually harming you. And if you're only eating 1,200 calories a day and you're doing excessive amounts of cardio, you're barely resting, then your body is in survival mode, and girl, you are not gonna tone up, your body is not gonna be happy in a mode of survival. What you need is fuel to support your metabolism. So number 1, hitting your protein intake, having protein sources such as fish, beef, chicken, tofu, tempeh, so many different sources that you can get in your day-to-day. Second thing is actually your healthy fat intake. So these are fats like avocado, dark chocolate, olive oil, nuts. There is this big misconception that eating fats is gonna make you fat. No, that is not the case. Your hormones need fat to survive, okay? So make sure you're having enough of those fats in your diet. And finally, carbs are not the enemy, right? So always pair your complex carbs with a protein and fat source. Now, most of the women that we coach actually end up eating more whilst toning up on their journeys with us. And the reason for that is because their body is no longer in survival mode. They are no longer depriving and starving it, right? But rather, they are learning how to fuel their bodies properly, how to lift more, how to build on muscle, how to bring up their metabolism so that they can actually tone up and also to improve their symptoms around PCOS. Now, honestly, this is also not magic, okay? It's not the special diet that we give them. It's not the special workout program. It's not magic, but it's a science-backed plan. The next tip is actually to fix your sleep and your stress, okay? That belly fat is not just caused by nutrition or PCOS, but a big part of it is your cortisol and your hormones and the fact that you are not resting the way your body needs it to be resting. Now, when cortisol rises, that also makes your body hold on to belly fat. And you may have heard the term cortisol belly. That's where it comes from. So if you do want to make it easier for your body to lose that belly fat and just overall body fat in general, here are a few tips that I would implement into my lifestyle. Now, number 1 comes to sleep. You want to be making sure you're at least getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. This doesn't mean just lying in bed for 9 hours, but if you have an Oura ring, if you have a Whoop or something to track your sleep, that's super important, and just make sure you're actually getting in 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Now, to actually help you get that quality sleep, what you can do is to cut out blue light at least 30 minutes, or even if you can, an hour before bedtime, really having a bedtime routine that does not involve the TV and your phone. Now, something else that you can add to your routine is adaptogens such as ashwagandha or magnesium glycinate that can also help you improve your sleep quality. What you need to recognize is your body actually does need to feel safe before it lets go of fat. So whilst nutrition, being in a deficit, all of those things are super important, the way your body's actually going to be able to lose this fat and be happy with it and the efficiency of it does come down to actually your body feeling safe to do so. Now, the final tip is also to be patient, because you did not come here overnight, and you will not reverse your PCOS belly fat overnight, right? It comes from these subtle lifestyle changes over a course of time. But look, ladies, when you are doing the right things, results will come faster than you think, okay? So focus on that 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, fueling your body and stabilizing your blood sugars, weight training instead of doing too much HIIT or too much cardio and stressing out your body, and reducing your stress through, say, like meditation, breathwork, and lifestyle changes. And finally, stop following those random TikTok workouts, okay? Those HIIT workouts that are doing nothing but stressing you out. Now, if you do feel like you have tried everything from keto, from low carb to all those Mary's bootcamp classes, but you're still struggling with PCOS, you're still struggling to get back in shape, then I really hope this video helped, and I hope that it helped to remind you that it's about working with your body and not against it. Now, because there are so many Asian women that I speak to on a day-to-day basis who are struggling with PCOS and struggling to tone up and lose body fat because of it, I have created a PCOS tone method inside our Aspire coaching program that helps women just like you, if you have PCOS hair, to be able to tone up, lose belly fat, right? To feel energized again, to reclaim that control over your body. Now, what we'll do in this program is we will work with you step by step, really hold your hand through this process to teach you everything you need to know about working with your body, right? Reversing your PCOS symptoms, reclaiming again that control and that confidence in your body. Now, if you would like some more information about this, you can apply for a free consult call below, and basically we'll just see if we're a good fit and whether we can help you or not, as we don't work with everyone. Or if you'd like some more information, you can also message me on Instagram. I don't bite. Just message me the words PCOS tone, and I'll know that you've come from this video, and I can just share with you some more information about our methods and what we've done to help all these women here. And other than that, I really hope that this video helped you. If it did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.